It feels like summer. Hello, howdy, welcome. You're here, and so am I. I'm Becca, so if you don't know me, now you do. If you're a mood reader who's also a seasonal reader, just like me, then this video is definitely for you. Ultimate Summer TBR. Now listen, I know that we only have like 1 month left of the summer. As I'm filming this, we're at the end of July, so we have just August left. But September, you can kind of sneak some in and have like, stragglers to get us into fall. Let's just jump straight into this because I could use a book that at least makes me feel like I'm on a tropical island. First up are books that I have read and would definitely recommend to get all those summer feels. First up, I have 7 Days in June by Tia Williams. If you haven't heard what this book is about, there's two writers that fall in love as teenagers, and then subsequently throughout their adult life and through their writing careers, write each other love notes and love stories through the books that they're publishing. It's a beautiful story, especially one that I would recommend for book lovers in general, because come on, does that just not sound like a bibliophile dream? It does to me. My queen of romance, Abby Jimenez. Just for the Summer is the third in the three, it's not a trilogy, they're standalones, but it's the three standalone novels that are part of the Part of Your World, if that makes sense. So there's Part of Your World first, then there's Yours Truly, then Just for the Summer. As it's in the title, Just for the Summer, I feel like it's pretty obvious, but they're on a lake. There's a remote cottage where you have to ride a boat in order to get there. And this man is all about acts of service. So if acts of service is your love language, this is the book for you. I can tell by the cover of this one, it's clearly good to read in the summertime, but Meet Me at the Lake by Carley Fortune is definitely on the list. And here's why. Carley Fortune is absolutely phenomenal at writing atmosphere. And she just makes me feel like in this one, it feels like you're at summer camp. Now, her family owns a resort that's on a lake. So it's not camp, but it feels like that. It spans between the characters being 21 and 31. So it's a huge gap in their lives. I vlog me reading the ending of this book. And that's because there's so many mixed reviews online about it. Honestly, I'm not really sure why. I loved it and think it's a perfect summer read. It takes place on a lake, has found family, and second chance romance. Do I really need to say more? This one, an oldie but a goodie. This is definitely one of the books that first got me into reading, and it's the perfect book to read during the summer. The whole series is really, but I'll start with this first one just in case. If you missed this one in your middle school and high school years, you gotta pick it up now. It's the Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants. Okay, so if you haven't heard of it or seen the movies or read the books, if this missed your adolescence completely. It's about friends who are in completely different situations over the summer. One's at soccer camp, one's going to see her biological father with his new family. One of them is going to Greece to see her family. Like one of them is just staying there and is working a retail job and ends up meeting a kid that changes her life. This is not talked about still and needs to be. So good. If you like female friendships, this one is for you. Multiple POVs, this one's for you. Travel, this one's for you. Like dealing with family stuff, for you. If you haven't read these books, you need to. And then watch the movies. They're also really good. Okay. I know that I've already mentioned Carley Fortune, but I would be remiss if I didn't mention Every Summer After. You like first love, second chance romance, this book is for you. Again, Carley Fortune with the atmosphere, you can't go wrong. I'm currently reading this one, which is The Paradise Problem by Christina Lauren. It's so good. So I'm 108 pages in, and it has made me laugh out loud numerous times. I think with this one is I completely see myself in this character, and I'm like, yep. That's exactly what I would do. So basically this is fake dating or a fake marriage in this case, where they go to an island for the male main character's sister's wedding. And she has to fake to his whole family, who are richity uppity ups, that she's been married to him for 5 years or he loses his inheritance. I was already hooked when starting it because I love fake dating tropes, but fake married, and then now they're bougie and she's completely a fish out of water. Sign me up. Christina Lauren, every time. Okay, so this next section is books that I haven't read, so I'm going to just tell you a quick hot take as to why it's on my list and maybe why it should be on yours. I'm going to try to read by the end of August. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 books. So I'm hoping that I can get through them. The weather here stays hot for so long I can read until Christmas. First up is Sunkissed. I know almost nothing about this book. I actually got this in my latest haul when I went to an independent bookstore that was having their summer clearance sale. Pretty sure this is about a musician who goes to summer camp. If there's summer camp vibes, I'm so there. I know. Another Carley Fortune, but it's her newest one. I've read the other two. I have to read this one now. And the summer will be different. If it says summer in the title, I have to read it in August or for May. Let me give you something else. This summer, they'll keep their promise. This summer, they won't give in to temptation. This summer will be different. This is what I know about this book. The girl hooks up with her best friend's younger brother unknowingly. And the one rule that the best friend has is to not fall in love, date, hook up with her brother, I think. And so I think that they try very hard to not be attracted and they sneak little kisses. I don't know. But it's summery and it's Carley Fortune. So I can guarantee it will feel summery. So this, I'm a TBR. Love and Olives by Jenna Evans Welch. Woohoo! Again, feisty. This is also on my list. I read Love and Gelato, also a really good summer read. This one I picked up because I loved Love and Gelato so much. And this one takes place in Greece, which if I were anywhere, if I was going to be hot anywhere, I would want it to be in Greece. Unfortunately, I'm in Los Angeles, but maybe this book will transport me there. This one, I don't know anything about it. I know it's in Greece. I know that I really liked the first one. And I think this one I could probably read. See, this doesn't feel fall. This doesn't feel fall. This is on the list because it has to be. Come on. Speaking of places I'd rather be than here, we have Italy in One Italian Summer by Rebecca Serle. I am afraid of this book. I will tell you why. I'm afraid of it because I thought her other book, In 5 Years, would be a very sweet romance, and I bawled my eyes out. So I'm like, tee ha ha, it's going to be in Italy. We're going to have a great time. It's going to be like just gelato and deliciousness and Italian men maybe. And I'm very aware that this could make me cry. So the main character, Katie's mom passes. She ends up going on the trip to Italy that they had planned to go to together. I think that alone is indicator enough that this will make me cry. Even worse, I accidentally bought this book twice because I didn't think I had it. And then when I was reorganizing my library, I realized I had two. And I sent the other one to my mother. She wants to do a buddy read with me, which sounds like fun until it's not. And I feel like I need to maybe read it first because I want to be able to warn my mom. But Rebecca Serle, I know it's going to be good. I know it's going to be in Italy, so there's that. But I do need to make sure that I'm in a good mental space before picking this one up because in 5 years, took a minute to get over. I literally just posted about it the other day because it's still on my mind and I read it at the beginning of this year. I am woefully behind. So I know this is on my TBR, but probably is in other people's definitely read and probably reread pile. But I have Beach Read by Emily Henry. I haven't read this one yet, which is kind of crazy. I've actually only read Book Lovers. I tend to save books that I know I'm going to really love for when I really need it, or just so I know I have them left. Like, you can only read the book for the first time once. I am a little scared just because the hype is so big, but I think it's time. It is time to read this one. So here they are in all their beauty and glory. So happy reading. Let's try to get these done. This is a big old stack, so I can't hold it for very long. However, these are the books that I have either read and loved in the summer or that are on the list for this last month of summer that we are going into. Oh, okay. My babies, I almost dropped them all. Let me know if there's any that I missed, and I will see you in the next one. Bye. Shit.